comes to B main or A main.
Indeed, indeed. So, folks, get to cap off our first full BO3 thus far here of VCTNA. FaZe Clan versus the Guard. We've landed here on split. It is a bit of split control here for FaZe. They did at least want a bit of contact over towards that A site, but they just wanted to utilize that time to put down a trip. Trailblazer has gone over it, but as this happens, it looks like B is the target a little bit. What are these two players even planning right now?
Comes out for Trent. He's got one at least. He's got two players here, but he's not going to be able to connect onto Babe. He's already tagged down exceptionally low. And the Guard, they're very quick in these rotations. That Trailblazer triggering that trap wire over towards that A side. Huge space to take the exec here, and while they're taking it in full force, a full split into this heaven side and locking it down net with only the Headhunter left over. Switching back to the classic here has got to come up huge in this clutch.
That puts down the TP. Only
but it's the overwhelming power, right? That nade forcing Trent to not being able to take that right off a rip made things a little bit more difficult. And with FaZe Clan, getting a little bit slower. Okay, never mind. Larry Banks is going to get caught off guard. Saya player going to collect upon one, putting it in a 4 versus 5. Lesser guns here for the Guard. Keep that in mind, but they're still able to create an opening with classics. We've seen what especially VALORANT can do with that in a little tricky off angle here. Smoke starting to fade towards this heaven side. Baby Bay alongside Flya will look to take this control for another B split. They know A main has been kind of consumed here by the Guard, so this is their only option.
Gonna push out a bit of this situation too. Watch out, Ellen. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find anything. Everyone from the Guard has abandoned once again. It's just gonna be that full retake. They do have quite a bit of utility to actually use off of this, but again, FaZe, it's just these back holds in terms of the Spectres. Oh, one mid indeed. Dicey just gets out. No! What? What?
No
what?
shot, Dicey!
Come on!
Oh.
Literally, the Matrix Dicey dodges clips from two different players. And, well, I guess no economic damage then. It's just going to be VALORANT and Net going out for this. Net somehow actually able to get that one kill. The Headhunter could ring out strong. 2 more bullets still. There's one player to its left with full HP, though. It is going to be Baby Bay alongside.
All rifles picked up. 4 Vandals. Vandal being, of course, 1 Phantom for VALORANT. So we'll see how they want to go about this. A nice flash early on will give them the info. At least keep players from getting aggressive. The Boomba right in his face. Not going to affect him too much. Again, Larry Banks in that late lurk over towards this A side. And FaZe Clan prioritizing mid in these early rounds very heavily.
Uh-oh. Badger going through. Nobody wants to touch that by any means.
I was like, is someone going to swing off this?
Absolutely not. The Guard do kind of have to shift over a bit. That mid attention might just be a bit too strong. They have quite a bit of utility over towards that position, but again, they're just playing a bit more neutral. Playing back over towards their spots. They're trying to get contacts first before even trying to approach or even trying to get into their last few positions. But even with some noise being made over towards that A site, just a teensy tiny bit of noise, it's mid where potentially FaZe's target is, and that double stack mid could still come into effect.
Yeah, Dicey is lucky that.
Oh, what is this?
That peak. Really
the
good
timing!
himself, but look at this. Net can TP out as well. He gets caught. Mid TP. Flya finds that frag, and unfortunately, things are starting to fall apart here. It's up to VALORANT. He's so good at anchoring sites as an Astra, but is he good enough? Yes, indeed. Does find 2. He's held things back. Spike has been dropped, and Saya has arrived. But VALORANT finding a triple here, leaving it onto Baby Bay. He's alone. He's pushing, but there's nothing more he can do. Larry Banks just trying to pick up the pieces. VALORANT holding it down here on B as Larry Banks dropping to the slower bomb site. Has got a 1v1. Can't take this feed. Jonah P will allow him this spike plants. And it comes down to this aim.
After 30 seconds of watching mid, 40 seconds of watching mid, he rotates at the exact moment mid take happens. That's unfortunate, man, and it could have changed the round, but we gotta pay attention again. The game changers throughout this map just keeps going strong, and it's gonna be Net with his own.
Yeah, Total Force comes out as well, but he's not quick enough to that scope. Why with a lovely trade? Now, okay, they realize Net's been taken down. That's the main B main player. So how do they adjust? Baby Bay, last packing on through. A nice trade here again. Flya. They are going blow for blow here. Larry Banks is able to take this space up. We'll see if he can, you know, a couple nice cheeky shots. For now, though, FaZe Clan. 2 remaining players that were towards this mid side, Flya and Dicey, will take up this control. Flya setting up a fake towards that B bomb side. And yep, the cutting of noise. Nothing being echoed here. They're starting to rotate back to the guard. They are very close to this A heaven, so the rotation, once they realize, will be back very quickly. But for now, FaZe Clan have thrown them for a loop. They see this smoke now, and now they've overcommitted. Now is where the mistake comes through, and they had a chance had they stayed here on the A site, but I think with the spike going down, FaZe Clan, plenty of time to set themselves up. A trap wire as well on that spike. We will see a star here as well, probably momentarily. And we'll see if the guard can maybe get some heroics. Dicey will have the first say in this engagement, however.
Dicey might be able to get all 3 out of this scenario. Out free out of that B main area. So again, FaZe Clan, they have quite a bit of freedom on this map in the guard. They need to change that.
Ooh, again, same thing as Gravel. Second Gravel comes out to ensure that a little bit of aggress there from FaZe Clan. Just to protect, of course, net. And I'll pulled out here for Saya player. He's anchoring towards his B main side. He's a solo player here at this point in time. A heavy stack over towards A, and net in a position that if he needs to, he can teleport out, but it's FaZe Clan who have been gifted the opportunity again to just drop down elevator, but there's 2 players here. That's the main issue. The guard, both Trent and Valen ready for this cross. 3 players here now as well. Never mind. One starts to back away. Seekers come out, and now the pivot comes through. Guard are quick to react. A snake bite goes through, and that's going to force them back here for now. Trent even able to pick off Larry Banks. It's all falling onto net.
That's going to be able to get one. The instant TP. He's back in stairs, and he can definitely try this one once again. Out goes the showstopper. Could potentially stop him from there, but through the wall, it's not going to be able to hit. Saya player has it all. Dicey jumps right into his crosshair. Shot up in Baby Bay. No chance at this point. 30 seconds left. They have to pull off some sort of miracle.
Yeah, nice shutdown here from the guard. They leave Saya player as that solo B anchor, right? He's just playing with the jet dash and the operator.
Is this the miracle?
Gives him the opportunity to fall away. It could be. It certainly could be.
It's only one.
What?
What?
They drop. They fake. Okay. 15 seconds left. They need to make a move. It only draws 1 player over. The guard.
Yeah, but they have...
Very safe here, right? They're not overcommitted to this rotate, and at this point in time, they have to save, right?
Again, like I said, it's some of the more obvious pushes that we end up seeing working, and this one just might be one of them. Look at the amount of stars over towards that mid side. They need to fight with brute force to gain up any sort of space, and this is prime time position. Just 10 seconds in, full control of mid, could potentially get full control of elevator at the same time. It seems like a B ending for now. They're going.
Oh, love this, though, from Trent. He's taking an aggressive main peek, and now Saya player trying to pivot back, but it's Valen instead in the heavens. Only able to find one Baby Bay. Nice trade, and out comes Shot Up. But here, Saya player, he's got the knives out. Korean Jet just taken to the skies.
Again.
Swing through from Shot Up. Does at least trade it back to a 3v2, but player has dropped. Saya just holding back towards spawn, and the spike. It's on top of Raptors. That's almost an unretrievable position. It's a crossfire as well here from the players in heaven. How do you even go about this one?
I don't think you do. Shot Up doesn't have a smoke.
Nothing.
At this point, you just try to go in through alternative measures, alternative areas. It looks like spawn might be one of those alternative angles. Saya player holding up at least that front side for Shot Up. Shot Up does immediately start to go back over towards heaven. It's just a game of chicken at this point. And Saya, he has the power of the one-shot headshot. Shot Up not so much. 30 seconds left. Again, Spike still right on top of Raptors. Jonah has that.
Here, FaZe Clan, 3 players leaning towards the safe side. The Spike still over towards Ramen. First time we're going to see an actual take here from FaZe Clan towards the safe side and getting control. Doesn't really draw too many rotations. Still 3 players holding again. We see the same setup with Saya player over towards that B site, anchoring with that operator, 1 player in heaven, and that allows again for the 3-player A setup, which hasn't budged at all. Cut noise here, and I think maybe the guard are kind of anticipating a quick play back towards the A site. Not too sure, but with Saya player finding 1, they've got to be now.
That's all the information, and the first person to actually go out was the Spike. So yeah, now they know, and now the guard don't exactly need to worry about their current positions because they can just chill in their current positions. It's a good little split, and the Seekers are going out, and oh, the Seekers are gonna find everything, aren't they? Double backing over towards the mid side, multiple here, and the Seekers are just gonna pop through the cage. Net now has to hold on for dear life. In goes one. The one-way is there too. That's just free, and the Spike is there too. They can just hold this cross.
It's a shutdown, and the guy who even got info. They know Baby Bay's back towards mid, or apologies, that A site, and they've left it. They can just hold. I mean, Trent has got util.
30 seconds left.
Doesn't have any snake bites. But he has that orb again to kind of force them away here, and Baby Bay has made a great progress up towards heaven. A trademark still available, so now they know. And that grab ball, this is perfect from the guard. Util to delay. 15 seconds left, and Jonap's still on site.
Jonapy is here. Valen at the same time with the
Oh, what a
cross up.
flag! The advantage early on.
And early on in this round, we actually have quite the cheeky little setup. Is that a boost? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Valen is going to be sitting right in the corner here, right in the cubby here. Out of B main. And here he goes. Grab well on the front side. We do have that. Yeah, no, the snake bite is pretty good. The Trailblazers are not going to be able to find him. Valen still hasn't been able to get found. But again, just so much utility in his face. The toxins are running out. The nebula is also going to dissipate. Again, we're just waiting for that Viper wall essentially to go back up to see if FaZe do want to retry this take. Valen.
So, there was a guiding light that went out mid from Jonapina. I think it got a cue that Larry Banks was there. So that's why we haven't seen this full, like, rotation just yet here from the guard.
Wait, trigger discipline!
A plan for two, but he couldn't find the third. Baby Bay, he does stay alive, but at what cost? Two players, two of his own end up going down, and Larry Banks, his presence was known towards mid. Now the guard can just play nice and safe. They've got 3 alive. They have the rifles. They have the better guns. And Larry Banks, he's got to try and make something happen. But Saya player wary of this mid presence. No, not
way.
like this.
Larry coming up
Surely
from behind.
not like this.
Please! Larry comes up from behind and he had everything on a silver platter.
Just a 2-2 split, but aggression. And we might see the Viper split get called out early. And yes, the main control fully taken up. Messiah players good to find one. Now they know this hit has gone towards this mid side. And 2-3 players starting to come back here to fight.
Oh, it's just a half nebula. Ned almost got shocked by that too. The quick drop. It's a bit cheeky, but again, here comes the stairs play, and it's actually Saya player that's going to be able to post up here. Not Net. Still waiting up for a cross. Baby Bay trying to go through, but there's a nebula in his face. And just like that.
And they go back.
Yeah, B could be a bit of an option. They do have full control of Heaven, but that's just going to be Baby Bay. Baby Bay can make so much noise here and throw off this entire play. There just can't be any contact over towards Heaven, and Baby Bay needs to make some noise.
I don't even know if he wants to go for noise. He just wants to hold off these rotations. He knows that, okay,
Does
we
he
kind
now?
of pull these rotations back towards the B side, and the call here, noise towards elevator. I'm not sure if the guard have read that or made that read, and Saya, that's a shot you have to hit. And Baby Bay just given a chance to creep on through. Now it's up to Net. He's holding down to the lower bomb.
Again, in terms of economy, they're down to pistols, and they're down to a bit of desperation near the end of this half. They're going in straight up into this A site. 3 players still lurking around that ramp area, and 1 is already up.
Yeah, Baby Bay quick. Try and take this ramp control. Nade will at least isolate the player over towards his Heaven side, but he wasn't even looking. Trent in with the rotation as well. Valen there for the trade. It's quick, simple for the guard here. A nice lockdown here towards A Heaven, and shot up. Well, you know, he's done it before, but I don't think he'll be able to do it again. Lightning doesn't typically strike twice, and shot up a little bit cold here in this round as he only has a sheriff to play with. It's a minute left on the clock to
pull a bit of that early Viper utility over towards that B site, that early wall. As a bit of a fake, but they're still gonna have that Viper right next to him. In we go. So much util on that front side, like you mentioned. Snake bite alongside the orb on that front side, but Valen needs to hold off this kill onto Baby Bay. The nade lands right in front of him, right at his feet. And he gets grinded out immediately. Jonah P could be the hero of this round. Oh, can he actually do it? 1 kill, make it 2. The flash was good, and he's equalized the round at least. 2v2 as FaZe, they do try to claw back at least a round after losing 6 in a row.
Yeah, but how quick are FaZe going to be to take up space? Oh my, Saya! Shot through the Viper spin. He's able to connect up to 1 shot up now. The clutch master, he's pulled off crazier than this, and he's got a Viper spit to play around as well now. 1 above, he knows that for a fact. He doesn't know if the second has dropped just yet, but he might hear Saya, who has made the drop shot up, playing around the Viper's pit. Oh, looks the wrong way, and it's presented here to Net. A 7th here as we head into the last round of this half. And
into that round was essentially what pushed him back. Process of elimination. But in we go, last round of the half, and it's already gonna start off with a bang. Saya player clears out B main.
Shot off going down right off of rip. I mean, you lose that Viper util, and Net,
it's
double up as well. Could have had a little bit more. Doesn't even get a little bit of damage off. Thankfully, Baby Bay is at least find a trade back onto Trent, but what is that going to do for them? It's opened up Heaven just a little bit more. Nets still close up. Saya player has a read that there is at least 1 back towards B main. Sees the jiggle, has the knife, but doesn't connect. Now with Baby Bay starting to explode into Heaven. It's up to Saya, who's here alone. Can't get the shot off. The shorty comes out and he stayed alive.
Whoa. And he still pulls out the right click as a fadeaway right after. The rest of guard, though, they do have a bit of that control.
4-round gap, but it's not impossible to close. That's the thing here, but you cannot let guard get this early momentum. Early util dropped out here, but a Viper, that's going to be shot up. And Baby Bay looking to contest early on. He has a paint shell grenade and a Boomba. Recon this info for now, and it looks like that's what he's going for. A heavy play mid here from the guard as well, so you don't want to get eaten up by that nade. That guiding light's going to get nothing over towards A main, so alright. We've cleared out A main for now. Our focus needs to pivot back here towards mid, and that's where that shift comes in from Dicey.
And it's going to be a real quick option right after Trailblazer. Net is actually just trying to go for it immediately as a chamber, if anything, and he does win at the battle. Beats down Baby Bay, and now Dicey is having his own issues against Net. Does finally take him down, but as he reloads... Oh, no, a nasty surprise from Jonah P! But Larry Banks, that peek backwards, comes in right on time. He was getting flanked, essentially. The spike now down over in Raptors. Can he...
He's going to go for the light armor, but FaZe Clan need a clean one here. They want to build up that economy, and they want to close this gap as quickly as possible, and this is one way to do it. Wait for that dash to come through, set up this nade and Viper combo to slow the play down towards mid, and FaZe Clan coasting to what looks to be a 6. Guard slowed things down, but they really don't have much to battle back against.
No, not at all, but the pistols can certainly... at least try. Trent on the front side, taking down at least one in terms of shot up. Dicey, though, he's looking for a farm. So many players in front of him. He wants to keep going off of that Spectre, but Baby Bay does have a bit better firepower and could make this a bit more efficient. There still is that TP over towards that mid side. I don't exactly know if Net is going to be in range of it, but certainly he is executing B by himself. Flya doesn't see him at all, and Net is just going. Finally finds Baby Bay over towards that heaven side. There still is one over towards that mid, or excuse me, back sight. But Baby Bay only needs to do is cover up this angle, and indeed he's gonna do so for success for a little bit. Net, he rotates all.
Well, that's what FaZe Clan here have done. They've stacked 3 players here towards this A site, and it honestly could work out really well. The spike leading heavily here on the side of guard over towards A. Just 2 players scouting out this mid side, and it looks like already, yeah, FaZe Clan are just risking this stack. Nice nade coming out from Baby Bay, though. Does not find the most impact, and that flash does find a lot, but it's not a kill just yet. It's a 3 for 1 as the guard taking it in stride. The players aggressing end up falling.
It's gonna have to come down to these two, because they are pushing Larry Banks and Baby Bay. A power of information. Not exactly on their side. I have no clue if they're going to be running into this mosh pit or not, but it could definitely help if it's complete vice versa. Guard could be walking into this deadly combo. Shotgun in the face. That's Larry Banks on the front side. Baby Bay there for the cleanup with the stinger. Let's see how much damage they can get. Larry Banks waiting for a peek.
Now that this Viper's pit, these close corners, you just try and enclose the distance here, especially on the defense. You play around a corner and the armor really doesn't come into effect. Nice guiding light, though. Gets info of these players towards the A side. Again, we see the Viper and Raze combo out here towards mid, and shot up. Spam on through his util. He's able to find that first frag, and well, now he's got the Viper's pit charged up. 2 players here from FaZe Clan posted up on the A site. And it will be the guard who are starting to take space, starting to clear things out, and they've been given the chance to cross. There is one trap wire, though, and a counter back here from Dicey with his own Trailblazer to find some info.
Info not found. Shot up. He does end up taking on a bit of contact up towards that heaven area, but he is, again, guard struggling to even find any sort of comfortability here in the middle of A main, because, again, they go the way over in mid. Plus the fact that FaZe have so many bodies surrounding this. This could just be theirs. Indeed, it might be FaZe. Oh, shot up. He ends up getting 3 for himself. You wouldn't expect that last kill onto Jonah P either, but he's just going to continue his reign of terror. Dicey, he can certainly try, but he has Flya there to essentially be his meat shield. Valen gets at least 1 kill back. Trent has to complete a 1v3. Starts it off right.
Gaps are high, right? The gap wasn't even that big to begin with at 8 to 4, and now they've closed it down to just 2, and it's a guard. We're taking a much more mid-centric approach. Nice little bot comes out. Baby Bay, a little bit of a spam, doesn't find much connection, so they've made a lot of contact down here towards mid. Icy's just gone for a check and a clear of A main with that Trailblazer, so I imagine we might see this lean start to come from FaZe Clan towards his B side, and it is Larry Banks who's really the only player here. He's got a trap bar to help him set up for that Cypher cage, and he's in a pretty good spot here. He's got a one-way to set up for himself as well.
Uh-oh, Larry Banks.
Popped it.
Yeah, no, he could actually pop
That
it
is
finally
crazy.
for that one way. And whoa, Larry! No, did he get that kill? He did!
Yeah.
He did get the kill onto Saya. That was insane. All right. Just some cheekiness off the very beginning because realistically, Guard had nothing else to work with. It was only Saya that was able to make it through, and that cage going down separated the entire party. Speaking of the party being separated, what is this little lurk here from Valen? Valen, he's still thinking about this B site, and even better though, with just about 30 seconds left, you have Net on the other side of the map doing the same. Are they waiting for Net to make a bit of noise? What's going on?
I don't really know what's happening here. I think Net is trying to
good
catch
bite.
lurks, but he's not going to find anything. Snakebite doesn't even get much here. Baby Bay just dancing. He's going to let Flya take this peek, and Baby Bay will swing immediately after. Now it's like, Net, what were you doing, man? 10 seconds left. His goal here is to just erase, though. We'll be looking to hold them back.
You want to play? Let's play.
Oh no. The FaZe, they have a couple of ideas on how to hold back the Guard, and it's going to be
So
quite aggressive. A low shot up. Does have the angle outside of the wall, but he doesn't commit to it. Backs up immediately, and the Guard, they were the smart ones. They were the ones that had 4 players surrounding that mid side and didn't want to make a single contact. They wait for that utility over towards the mid side to dissipate a little bit, and now or do have regained that position. You gotta watch out though. What is that rotation from A? 2 players actually backing out. They planned at the last second to split off though, so not too bad considering the fact that an A take could happen.
Flya with a judge, though. That's a
Oh,
lovely flash. Flya has got 3 players around. He misfires one, misfires for a second, but he's only able to get one. And Jonah P and Saya player very quick to react as Valen springs out for mid to find Baby Bay. 2 versus 3 now. And Shot Up is going to fall immediately after. Saya just holding that angle. Leaves it onto Larry Banks. And this was a great take from the Guard here. They make a lot of noise mid, split back in towards that A site. Unfortunately, a lot of it fell down to Flya, who was the sole player here on that A site. Dicey not in proximity to make that fast rotate, gets caught off guard. And now FaZe Clan, we're looking to tie things up and really...
Patience, I like the discipline, but the space that FaZe has actually taken on early on, if they keep the positions that they're in, it could actually be a bit detrimental, because look at this from Shot Up. If he maintains this, it could be big, but he's not able to get anything from it. Looks like my point is just null.
I mean, this is FaZe trying to individually create something, and Shot Up not able to find much. Do still have at least the retake ult, that being a showstopper, but for now everyone's corralled here towards mid. The Guard, this has been their main objective for each round, is to get this mid control, really confuse FaZe Clan, and it's shifted a lot of rotations. Dicey with a quick shift over, a gap now created over towards Heaven over the A bomb site. Thankfully though, Flya has at least in a lot more space here towards B, but he's not able to aggress further because of that trademark, and the Guard start to work their way back into the A site. It's one player in the back site, kind of in a very separate position from each other, and you need Larry Banks to really go big if their approach is to just run it down towards main, and that's the objective. Cosmic Divide goes up and smokes are out. This is so difficult as the showstopper gets nothing.
Oh, that's tough. The hold back. I mean, the Gravwell could have actually been pretty good for Baby Bay, but the Showstopper actually misses out completely, and that's a massively important ultimate. Everyone is still around. It's absolute chaos. Net coming up from behind. He does end up connecting on that flank, but there's still one player over towards the mid-side. Flya! He has a judge! 1, 2, make it 3! No! But still, massive! FaZe did not have any sort of this advantage before, or even close to coming up with Guard off this post plant, but that play gave them a chance. Larry Banks now in a 1v2. He's gonna isolate both players back in spawn, but again, they would have known that they had that ultimate. They might have just planned it out. Gravwell's still there. They're going to be able to blast that one out right when the plant, or right when the defuse goes in, but in goes Larry Banks. Not going to be able to find anyone off the angle. Camera is there. He can peek out. The Gravwell is down. Larry just can't defuse. Finally,
come back through mid, and it's the Guard. That early contest towards mid has kept that area open and allowed them for those rotates. FaZe Clan playing here with Scraps. They used so many ults in that last round, specifically Baby Bays, that they don't have much else to play with. And Jonah P with a haphazardly spray down towards that mid side gets one. Saya player dealing with the pressure towards A, and the Guard are just taking things so slow, so calm, and they're finding these picks one by one, leaving it down to just 2.
Oh, Baby Bay. At least make a bit of damage, but it's not going to happen outside of just the 1 kill onto Net. And here we go. Shot up. This is just a bit of a tough scenario, right? Because the credits, I think they're going to be good enough. for what they want out of the next round. Don't exactly know if it's going to be the full rifle. He does at least have to pay attention to shields alongside a plethora of utility, especially if he ends up using some of these snake bites, but just have to see. He already has the Viper's Pit. Might as well just save that for the next round. Guard. All 4 players finally popping out over towards that B site. Shot up. Still not able to find anything. He's slithering his way back over towards the heaven side. A Nebula, a fresh one at that. Still in the face of Shot up. Still has a couple of seconds to go. There it goes. Finally down. 2 players back over towards B main. Could just be what Shot up needs. But he's just making it a bit harder on himself and could potentially just go for exits at this point. The guard, they've already had a 12th round lined up for a minute, and it just seems to be a bit more of a reality. Let's see if Shot Up actually attempts this. Again, Spike all the way on the open. They already have a star ready for that grab. Well, Shot Up finally going in. Has 2 to deal with over in B main. Fly, waiting for that boost. Ah, they nailed. Huh? Do they not want the boost anymore? Okay, I guess they did it. They don't want it anymore. But this Viper's Pit, it shuts down the A site entirely.
At least for now. I mean, you still have, again, double flash here from Jonah P if they want to try and re-clear it. He's being made sewers that reload. Surely heard now by Shot Up. Net has taken the space towards mid. Another gap opened up here, and FaZe Clan, they've intentionally left it open. Baby Bay still has a nade. There's a gravel ready to be popped. The flash here as well for Dicey to swing. This could get messy, but I mean, the cue, the timing has to be perfect. 3 pieces of util all need to go in sync. And
no,
no,
they see
Baby Bay. Gravel comes in, the nade goes out, but there's no swing. Boomba goes out, and I mean, Jonah P's already there.
He just tanks it. He barely takes half HP for a boom bot blowing up in his face. Okay, Jonah P, I guess he's just the Terminator. Backing on out, and the guard, they've taken a bit of damage, but they haven't been stopped just yet. Again, FaZe, they have reacted. One of their players were thinking about rotating back over towards that B site. Baby Bay is still holding up back over towards stairs, but here comes Dicey. Dicey finally peeking out, and he finally makes a bit of noise. Net doing the same, though. He does get that kill back onto... excuse me, does actually get the kill onto Baby Bay. Now it's a 3-on-3. Fly is pretty much the only player here on this B site. But how much noise is being made off of this rotation? I don't think it matters. They have the pits, and Trent is going to use it. This is victory formation. Trent takes down Shot Up. The rotation... Both of these players are cut off. They have to go through vents to even have a chance. It's a suicide mission going through this. Trent knows it. He's just playing around the spot. They're going through it. No, they're going to go through it. Easy peasy. They're just fine.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, they know the screenplay. Cosmic Divider comes out. There's no flash, but they run through a smoke.